Live streaming. Dark streaming. It's 10:18 p.m. 28th of January 2026. I just got 20 fucking text messages all at once on my phone. Someone is outside of the building making strange noise all of a sudden. It doesn't say I have like a missed phone call or anything. No, they're all outgoing. This is fucking bullshit. What, yes, scientifically speaking, what is doing that? Just in the little dead zone area? It was fucking around outside though, too. That was part of the I was losing service before I came to the hotel. It's like something cycles around. But it seems clearly like it works in like a spot. I don't understand. I guess we could try to look it up. Why would my phone only work in a specific spot and then go to emergency call only mode? Cell weakness, maybe there's a faulty SIM. Literally something driving around, maybe, or like what would have been in my apartment, outside, downtown, and in here. But if you went to a specific spot in this room, it seems to get that makes it. There's actually something that boosts the signal. Maybe. There is no SIM card. It's not that kind of phone. Yeah. Right? Yeah. No, maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know what to do right now. Um, how isn't that, yeah, 5 years in the future, somebody's like, okay, and they also, somebody did something where, like, she couldn't get phone calls in her room, and she couldn't, I mean, they, like, really were just hoping time would run out. It's so important to you to try to steal all my stuff. Because, I mean, what, I can email, yeah, but, like, it's like not being able to connect to services over the phone unless I use the hotel phone. And then, like, it has to be a 503 number to be free. That just seems like really strange. Uh, and I mean, yeah, no matter where I was outside before I got the hotel room, it like I had to be connected to internet. Like when I got to the library, I could use my phone again. And then, of course, you don't want to sit in the library trying to talk on the phone, obviously. It's like the only thing you can't really do there is like yap. Um, well, yeah, my brain is kind of doing the Russian doll thing of like layers. It's like you're someone's fucking with you because they wanted you to suffer. Then the next layer is like they're fucking with everybody from a certain group because they wanted them to suffer. Then the next layer is like, dude, you're in a war thing that's not being actively said. You're in a war. Shit is shutting down that like you don't understand. Like somebody else took over something and you just have no way of understanding what the fuck is going on. Yeah, somebody like I'm thinking in terms of corporations and vacancy rates and property ownership. And I just read, yeah, this the Urban League of Portland has been in this like cool building that is, you want to say, like obviously designed for them. I mean, but what the it might as well have been like a historic site. If it, I'm surprised it wasn't. What's it called? Urban Plaza. And it says in this article they've been there for like 40 years. That's not showing me what I wanted. And well, they had to leave. And they're like fighting to get their building back. Um, yeah, saying something else, something about there being apartments, and then they in 2024 apparently they had to make everybody move out of the apartments, but then people came in and did like squatting stuff, and it's destroyed the building by the sound of it. It's not habitable. it says. Um, yeah, all the pictures and everything. I mean, it's like news. Yeah, it's from 8 hours ago. It's like just literally just happened. And they're talking, millions of dollars floating around over like the building. It's not about millions of dollars to services, millions of dollars to. It's just to have a piece of paper that says it's your building. And yeah, a flood of like, you really needed to be able to see from like January. For me personally, shit started to get weird. Like, I want to say like November or even like all. I mean, how far back would I want to go that it's like need that? Like July of 2019, maybe. I mean, yeah, if I go far back enough, shit's been weird for a really long time. But stuff that's like seems pertinent to everyone was not just like somebody fucking with me. Um, I don't know. Yeah, how much you want to start in 2019 at least, and then from then to the COVID, the protests, the wildfires, the uptick of violence, um, the way people came to Portland to do like internet footage of people and poverty porn, their own little propaganda campaign. Like there was 1,001 videos that just were like trying to show off disastrous situations. And I was calling it like a dare pogrom. Like their goal was obviously to come here and film the homeless, or at least somebody that said they were homeless, writhing in the middle of the street and like, you know, talk shit. It was like, yeah, a talk shit campaign. And it was like all of everything was this. You got the protests of the dissidents, military or militarized people, and the fence. You got this poverty porn talk shit thing, and then you got this remind people Portland is beautiful. Take a picture of the park on a sunny day. Like almost created like a sense of gaslighting, even though it's like, yeah, you're not. It's like it just fell off. Um, it wasn't just like show, yeah, the nice side of Portland. Of course, Portland is beautiful, but like it was done as if it was like a marketing campaign. Like, hey, we have investments here. We don't actually want people to like not come here. What are you guys doing? This is making people not want to come here that like would have, and we have to compensate for that. So like that was the vibe of like the beautification part. Then almost like a hate crime level, uh, shitting on the poor, and then capturing footage from the protests, which like it's your right to protest. It's really important. Like that's not something that should be hidden. Um, or but like there, yeah. I used to phrase it like if somebody did something chaotic, with good intention. It's as if there were people there that deliberately did it twice with bad intention, and they made sure they were on a news camera, and like they amplified something one person did 3 times to like. Yet a good example is lighting a fire on the side of the fence where the military people were. They could have stomped it out with their boot. They could have gone inside the fucking Justice Center and gotten a fire extinguisher. They let it burn on camera. And somebody that's not there is just going to remember like military people, dissidents, fence, and fire. And like not the nuance of the situation. And yeah, the idea filming things that looked a little bit like, okay, what am I watching? You know, banging on the fence and it does nothing. Being bull rushed down the street like it's like drills for gym class. Like, and you pivot and you have to come back and you pivot. Um, Almost like they were training the people to militarize civilians. Um, yeah, we're gonna chase you down the street and you're gonna back up and chase you down the street and you're gonna back up and like, but there's like nothing actually happening in a different sense, like over and over and over again, and then doing the cherry picking thing where when they run, anybody that's like behind gets taken to the ground by 4 cops. Sometimes they were beaten or tear gassed, and then they don't even arrest them. They get up, or the cops stop wailing on the one person, and they go after somebody else. And it was almost like a sick game of, I don't know, not Red Rover, but yeah, don't be last. Yeah, it was like a gym class. It looked like a fucking gym class from hell. And they did it over like that's what they meant by drills or something. And it's just that like there's no movement to the situation. It's like you show up, you're present, and then these guys in the uniforms practice tactics on the people that showed up. It's, I mean, still, even with the ice building, is kind of like that's what it. You show up, you cared. They're gonna throw tear gas at you. They're gonna come out when the cars are supposed to come out of that parking lot, and like, as if they're just like doing like traffic. And yeah, where's that other article? 495 million dollars that didn't go to housing, healthcare, education, or food. It went to hold on. Troops and stuff. I think it was towards the end of the list. Yeah, the federal troop deployments to U.S. cities, including Portland, cost $496 million. Through December, continued deployment could cost $1 billion. and they're just like practicing on people that weren't going to join whatever the fuck you that is. And I see like a long term plan of like, well, we have to get people militarized, give them a lot of incentives, make them think they're gods. Because once they're militarized, they're fair game. The civilian population isn't supposed to get killed. It's a war crime. If you made everybody in the military, then you get an excuse to just like wholesale slaughter them. And so yeah, I said no. Um, yeah, someone constantly pushing. Why didn't you leave? Why won't you leave? They're not saying where you should go. But why don't you leave? Because that's like the long term plan or something. I don't know what else to say from that. I mean, I'm not a military expert or something. I didn't get inside information from Colin Powell or nobody told me shit. I just looked at it and like long enough and yeah, I paid attention to the Twilight Zone, like Jarhead, the movie Jarhead, and like that Green Day music video for When September Ends. I mean, seriously, I mean, you can downplay or upplay my understanding all you want, but like that's the fact of it. Like, uh, and Twilight Zone episodes about war. Oh my god, how come you don't just remember what I said? How bad could it be? Really fucking bad. Uh, a question whether or not anyone is safe at false premise. I like say like it's like the same thing as the idea of trust. Trust you with what? Like there's a sense of like I have to exist. What you mean like an expectation of what like can you not fuck me over? What else am I supposed to trust? Yeah. And then whether you're safe or not, safe in what way? Like, uh, yeah, they're gonna break your brain into feeling like you're forever in this ultra survival reality too, just to keep like ruining you. It's the same thing as making people think it's the end of the world, but like literally, like it's the apocalypse. Maybe they should just give up all their stuff and not care anymore, and uh, yeah, live like you're literally going, not just like in a metaphor sense, but like you're literally gonna die, like every single day. Like you just literally might die tomorrow, so you don't make plans. You don't. Um, this is a really short video, but part of me feels like, okay, you said a lot there in a short amount of time. Why don't you just like, yeah, keep it as a bite-sized bit of information or something, a thought process. I don't know. I always am like, there must be something else I need to like make sure you say or add to this. It's supposed to just help people understand more. I don't, like, they're never gonna fucking understand. Yeah, some of them aren't gonna understand because they don't care. They don't care. And it's hard to understand how they don't care, but I guess they don't give a shit. Like, I don't understand if it's because they feel so protected, or their own brain can't handle the calculation. Um, Maybe they just straight up hate everybody. Like, they, to them there's nothing to lose, or yeah, they're in on it, I guess, is an option. I feel like, so, yes, like it's like I just feel like really uncomfortable, like physically right now. Yeah, pressing on my brainstem is okay. You've made this point 1,000 times. You need to worry about sucking it up, getting to the apartment. It could take you an hour to walk there, and then you're gonna be exhausted from just walking there, and then they're gonna expect you to take 2 hours. Yeah, just like side note of like, oh, you and your stuff. Yeah, me and my stuff. Yes, me and my stuff, and me having sat in that room for 5 fucking years, watching all of this happen, feeling like I was understanding something. It is some kind of like war zone shit no one is addressing, or they addressed it the wrong way. You know, they attributed stuff to Trump saying that shit was a war zone, which makes it seem ridiculous. You know, like you don't listen to anything that guy has to say. Um, but yeah, being right here, that's, I mean, part of the reason this looks like shit is because my neighbors were fucking with me. But, um, you know, I didn't, yeah, never understood what the fuck was supposed to happen to, like, beautify. Um, someone keeps using the word proselytize, and what, just to annoy me? Don't you dare blame us when we know what we did. We need to interrupt her quick to. How dare you be, like, accurate that, yeah, I have been terrorized in my own home for years on end, and they are really trying, like, to get away with it, I guess. It's like their only goal in life. And what, how long do they expect to live? 20, 30 more years? How many more times are they gonna fuck with someone? Like, it's totally worth the effort to, like, get them to stop. It's weird how that just, like, didn't work all of a sudden. And then it froze again. It does say it expects you to use it in Chrome. Sure. Wish I knew what the fuck the difference was, but. There are so many different lives, and a lot of people have an easier, funner, cooler life than I ever did. And I do not need to hear a goddamn thing about, like, some sadistic fucking psychopath that just wants to, like, stomp on people acting like, I don't know what. I'm fucking done with, like, your bullshit idea of we want people to have nothing. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a genocide. I don't care about your shit. No one should have had nothing. Some excuse to be a fucking evil bastard. Yeah. Yeah, and let's pick off the disabled poor people, you know, because you can't actually even possibly reach the people that have security and that might actually be kind of spoiled or not. Like, there's no way. Yeah, not that anybody deserves. Yeah, my way of thinking is like you appeal to people that, and it should have had like a program installed. Like, you know, housing for all or universal basic income. That it wasn't to rip somebody's life apart and take all of their stuff. Then you just are a pirate thief. Now you're a spoiled little bitch who didn't even, like, earn the things that you stole from them. You're the bad person. You're both bad people if you depending on the scenario you want to come up with, like, well, these people stole in terms of the time, energy, and resources of the workers. So then some workers showed up and, like, stole all the shit out of their house. And now what, you live in a mansion? with the treasures that you stole, and you like destroyed those people's lives, and maybe they would have been in a position to like actually end world hunger or something. If it just a totally different timeline where instead of ripping them off, you had like gotten them to start an initiative that like gave people direct, yeah, universal basic income seems like the best initial solution, like a step on a path. Because then what is there to bitch about? You can get food, you can pay for your housing. What are you bitching about now? It's like, no, we wanted to hate them and have more, we wanted yachts. Like, and then you acted like I was spoiled. Yeah, some shit. Like, we wanted to live like celebrities in Hollywood. That was the goal. We wanted to be like a celebrity, not just like an artist person who has like is like just barely getting by. We wanted to be celebrities. And so then you ripped off an artist person who is barely getting by because you want to be a fucking celebrity. Yeah, something like that. A very different amount of stuff and power and what you could ever do on any given day with your life. It's very different. Yeah, I can't even like get health care that I need. You know, these people have their own personal doctor that can like. Well, I'm sick of hearing anything that sounds even like you're spoiled. Oh, please go scrub toilets with your mom and dad in your stupid fucking overpriced vehicle that is designed to like blow people's brains out of their head. Yeah, which if you don't know where I'm coming from, I have scrubbed toilets since I was 10 years old. Um, lived by a merit system, had chores, a rotation of chores. You're cleaning up after other people's shit and blood and snot, and you deal with it. Hair, um, rags and cleaning supplies, and on your knees instead of even making it fun, like you weren't allowed to. You had to scrub the floor the right way. And then the merit system means that someone comes and they check your chore, and you lose points if stuff is wrong. Like, it's not just like, Mom, I vacuumed, I'm going to school, like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends now. Like, that never was a thing. They even put pieces, fifth, sixth, and seventh grade, there were little pieces of paper put under furniture to make sure you lifted them up to get stuff. There was edging the carpet. like level of detail cleaning. Saturday morning was deep cleaning day, and you had to get like the big duster and get like the high ceiling shit. There wasn't like sitting in front of a TV with fucking cereal watching cartoons. Ever. So yeah, you can take your spoiled ass and, you know, fuck yourself. If you're calling me spoiled. Like, and then somebody just ripped my fucking life apart, and I almost guarantee that the people doing it had home and family and fun memories. And maybe, yeah, some stuff went bad, some stuff went wrong, but they weren't on a human rights campaign. They were fucking around to try to rip people off. Like, they were trying to design weapons to fuck with somebody's head. They get like some pension from the fucking VA, or I don't know what the fuck. No, yeah, I see the long scope of history. Like, never let somebody make you think something is over. Diaries are buried in the sand, hidden in the attic, and found 50, 100 years later. Time capsules get unlocked. There's never, my first job was in a fucking archive. You're never gonna convince me I should just shut up because something's too late. You're an idiot. Like, lots of vroom vroom sound all of a sudden, yeah. I'm worried about getting my period soon. I don't know when it's gonna start. Just worried about it. I don't even have underwear. You know what? Maybe I could do that for a second. I did accidentally end up with a sewing needle, and my suit thing is like ripping apart. Maybe and it got its own like. Maybe I can at least accomplish something here. Just think out loud and keep myself company. How much I invested in the stuff, and I'm just like I'm disgusted. I feel completely set up. Yeah, just like to be stolen from. Yeah, and frankly, I do think whatever where that shit ever ends up that I can't carry with me, like, you didn't need to do this. There was no sense of like such scarcity that like you needed it. You're so full of crap. Like, yeah, somebody else just didn't pick up the slack, and they had, you know, it wasn't. You didn't need to steal from me. Yeah, I'd like to know what books you are so excited to like take from me, and how much you're gonna just read them. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, yeah, what, for the rest of my life I'm gonna put my name in absolutely everything, just like they wanted you to at MHS. Our clothes had our names sewn in them and stuff. Like a tag, and it would say your student home. It's just, yeah, all the dreams that getting ruined too. Like what I wanted to do with the wigs and the dresses, what I wanted to do with the art supplies. I mean, that's all that's really there: wigs and dresses, art supplies, books, and some tech stuff. There's like a box of stickers. And yeah, some clothes. What are you so needed to do this for? Yeah, and when I get there, I mean, that is, it's kind of like just make a little circle around the room, put the stuff in the cart, get the cart out the door. There's two carts. What's going to get left behind? The furniture? The furniture is, yeah, definitely get it. There's no way. So, yeah, you got a table that I found in the garbage when I first moved here. Congratulations. Like, the table is yours. All yours, buddy. You enjoy that stupid fucking table. No, I think the point of only giving you 2 hours is because they know there's no way for you to clean the unit. And then they're gonna maybe make a big deal about that. Probably. Why wouldn't they? Maybe they won't. Yeah, maybe they wouldn't have evicted me in the first place. Like, I'll just show up and they'll actually say, like, you know what, we're sorry. We're gonna just let you live here now. We're not gonna bang on your walls anymore either. Yeah, Gail got $1 million offer for throwing you in the garbage, and now she gets to go live in a luxury retirement facility with her fucking friends. Oh, good. I'm so happy for her. Like, never to fuck with anybody ever again. Like, I wonder if she'll get sad and lonely because her skills at being a terrorist will go to waste. Of course, yeah, it has to be the one a needle that has like the smallest fucking. Oh no, I'm supposed to think she's awesome, and did not absolutely ruin my life for years on end, bashing on the walls and who knows what else. Like, well, something was poisoning the room itself. Was it coming from her apartment or not? That I can't prove. But like, yeah, banging on the walls and shit out of nowhere. Yeah, and then making up stuff about me being loud as a cover to so full of crap. Like, somebody used to live in the building that straight up like played, I don't know, techno music or something at full volume that you could hear in the hallway. That was, and they lived there for years. It didn't bother me any. I mean, I wasn't their neighbor either. Like, they lived downstairs, but I wondered who that was. Yeah. And I mean, at least it was actual music. This isn't gonna work. Yeah, it's like not. I did manage to thread the fucking thing, but you just need like an actual bit of new thread or something. Yeah, what's there? I have a Hermione Granger figurine that I've had since I was a little kid. A plushy um, skeleton reindeer thing that I got that I is like part of a ethos. About it's like a fuck Santa story thing, and yeah, there's like Rick and Morty uh, portal because I was making this emo Miss Frizzle character, and it's like yeah, it was the Voltiverse actually. There was Voltiverse, emo Miss Frizzle, then Social Orphan Anarchy are like characters. Um, and yeah, they have like a light whip and a portal gun because I don't like actual guns. Um, there was something else though. Well, it's like I've got like 3 or 4 things in that room that are just like not books, watercolors, and pens. Old work that is I have like 42 notebooks, like filled notebooks. Um, of thoughts and ideas and all sorts of like random bits, or just clothes. Yeah, like special trinket type shit. It's there's like 4 things. Yeah, I want you to feel like so fucking stupid for doing this to me. Yeah, it's broken too. That the Hermione figurine is broken. Like in a way, I'll always know it was mine because it's broken. Like Well, do you think you have the strength to try to make an appointment for tomorrow? Well, or yeah, cause, well, at least then you know that you'll have. If things work out, somebody said that they would give me more money, and somebody said they would cover the increments. I keep saying increments. The is incidental fee. And if like I at least had through the weekend, yeah, I might as well just try to go get the stuff, and then at least I have somewhere to bring it to sort it again and try to put it in like a nice, neat. Yeah, make sure I grab the tarps and cover the fucking thing with tarps. And like that's the best I can do. I bet my yeah ankle's gonna be so fucking swollen. Like I'm and if it takes me an hour, yeah, making an appointment, and I don't know if it's gonna take me an hour to walk there. It's fucking stupid. Like somebody, I guess she has a right to know what. Like, why don't you just come downstairs and knock on my door and actually fucking talk to me instead of doing this shit you've been doing for years on end? But yeah, the one book that I really am like, I don't, is a book a friend gave me called You're a Genius All the Time. But it's like, they didn't put highlights in it. They just gave it to me. And it reminds me of them. And it made me feel like they cared about me. Is like the, and I have like a copy of the Skeptic's Annotated Bible, but like that, like, yeah, what you could ever potentially buy again, it's online. It was just nice to have a copy of it. Um, I bought myself a library of comics that teach you things. Like yeah, I bought almost like every single fucking comic guide, Larry Gonick books. There's like a ton of them with all different subjects. Yeah, I wanted it. It's the idea like if you ran, if there was another crisis, you don't have internet, you'd have this. Can't go wrong. I yeah, I've got yeah. I mean, I want my stuff, but like, I mean, what like really, really, it hurts for you to take it from me, and it isn't about just buying it again. My copy of 10,000 Saints. But yeah, I mean, for fuck's sake, like, yeah, there's also a sense of like, I never wanted a story where we sanitize the punk community anyway, so I just didn't realize that's what it was. Oh, yeah, I had way more like sentimental little trinkets, and that was at my dad's. That's been gone now for years. I already lost all of that, like, super sentimental memory shit a long time ago. Maybe that's, yeah, didn't realize that, you fucking asshole. Like, it just, yeah, a music box that my gram had given me, or, well, I got from my, when she died. It was my gram's. All that, yeah, it's just been gone for years. Harry Potter playing cards, and yeah, that's the shit people are after. That's the shit they think they can go sell on eBay. That's been gone since he moved in. When did he move? Why did he move? Dead now. I can't ask him. I think it says like box of your stuff. Your stuff. It's not even your stir. He moved in March of 2018. Yeah, that's the shit you wanted to steal, you fucking idiot. It's gone already. Like, how depressing is it? So depressing. I only have so much thread, but I have the right idea, just not enough thread. That is right. Ow. You don't have scissors? No. And I'm like really kicking myself with that stupid fucking needle. Um, Come on. There. Yeah. Yeah, that must be one of the most useful things I ever learned how to do. You wrap the thread around your finger and you roll it down. and it makes a knot. Like, I was like, tie it. Yeah. Well, the idea too, if I can get the stuff here, I can at least wash the rest of these things that I fucking have. And then have, cause they, yeah, easy as fuck to wash by hand. Um, and then I will have at least some thing to wear, and that will help a lot. And I have what 5 packs of pads or something, and they definitely have like enough fucking menstrual goddamn products. Because of something called a really awesome thing, the period pantry, and then people will send you free menstrual products. Oh yeah, somebody got me. It was like $9. It was super cheap. I could actually buy another one myself, and it would because it doesn't work anymore. Um, it was really cheap, but it looks like my cat. So there's like a little fuzzy. It's supposed to be like a heating pad, and I just love my cat's ashes. I wonder if I could sue him for uh, fucking with a corpse or something, like because my cat's ashes are in there. Oh man, you deserve that so much. Yeah, if nothing else, I want you to remember my every time you see a white cat, Orion Maslow haunts or heals you. You depend on. Depends on you. Yeah, fucking assholes. Oh yeah, if you want to see what my cat looks like, just look up Witchy. I confused myself. Yeah. Yeah. Why is there? How did you? I don't know. What the fuck I just did? Uh, This is a lot shorter than the other one. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disturb your peace? What a joke. Right, the conversation that should have happened. Like everybody that was ever in on this situation sits down at a table and they're like, that bitch said this to me, and that bitch said this to me, and and like, guy, girl, or envy. That bitch did this until it's like really clear. Oh, wait, but this one kind of orchestrated all of this crap. That's a misunderstanding. That's a lie. That's not, you confuse this person for that person until it's all like unwrapped and it's, before people die and then you can't know what the fuck happened. Yes, I do imagine that a little bit. It's like, dude, your dad like did something crazy and then left the world that way. You know, he seems like the type. I just like, he was such a nihilist. It's just like I didn't care about anything. But thanks for telling me instead of beating the shit out of me every day when I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Oh, we're like an illegal therapy program. Like, well, I mean, don't do that, I guess. Like, what? That sounds like such a cover story. Yeah, we pretend we're like helping people, totally just stealing all their shit. Like, oh man, still, I guess it's better than it was. So left field is not worth even thinking about. Yeah. That was difficult and kind of didn't help at all, but it's whatever. With the right tools, I could fix it better. That I had. Yeah, exactly. Hmm. The idea that you live in a world where it was better to have something that was a little broken. Because people rip people off. So it actually needed to take damage to be safer. Sad as fuck. Yeah, but you could also say whatever disparity is causing. You gotta stop thinking that like super poor people are gonna rip off people that have more than them. And it's not just like the fuckers that were willing to rip people off, they have plenty. And they keep ripping people off, and then they're like, that's not the super poor. It's some guy with a fucking like house and shit and to hide stuff in. Like, something is like a sad and lonely universe. I don't know. Yeah, no matter what happens, you could always just, what's going on where I used to live if I don't live there anymore? And it's easy to say, like, they knew that was going to happen. Whatever the fuck it is. They build some shit, they do some shit. They want to make people think some shit. We wanted you to do stuff and you weren't cooperating. You couldn't hear me. That's a sick joke. just like want to make it seem like some type of way. Like I know because I recorded myself. Like I put the camera outside of the window. What, you can't hear anything. Someone must have a camera in the unit that like I didn't put there. And yet playing it off like it was different so they don't have to admit that they completely violated your room. There was no way to make plans in this situation for me. Yeah, part of me doesn't. I want my stuff back, but like, yeah, a sense of avoidance. I don't. Yeah, a little like getting kicked in the face twice. We made a mess of your life. Now come like. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's people that once again, like they're doing all of this higher level life stuff, opening bars, going on tour. Like the world didn't end, and a nurse that runs a bar. It's interesting. Wonder if there'll be like nutritional drinks or it says it's like vegetarian meat and stuff. Right, and all of this stuff needs advertisement. It needs people that want to come here. It needs a population that can afford to buy the stuff there. That's all very strange given the circumstances. Like, I couldn't barely afford to do fun shit. Yeah. We went to the bar, we had PBR. If I had a little extra money, I got Moroccan coffees. It's my favorite thing. They were like $9 a pop. Um, you know, I was broke. Yet never got to get dressed up and go out like with the new stuff that I bought. And then shit got really quiet. Yeah, like really, really quiet. In a sad, scary way. Yeah, all that was left was the whoever the fuck does their little mean harassment thing. All the fun shit like disappeared. At least on the section of street where I lived, or it didn't. Yeah, something didn't make sense anymore. I didn't go outside. It was all by like what it sounded like, and it sounded like it was empty. Like some. These are great memories. Someone yelling outside, "You'll be gone by Monday, November 12th, 2024." It's like, we just do not want to deal with this girl. Now, I mean, I don't have a home now. Oh no, she wasn't supposed to remember everything. Oh no. Why don't you tell the rest of the class why it's bad that I remembered stuff? That should explain a lot. Oh, cool, another research. February 2022. Yeah, I'm really scared. That's why they didn't want you there. Period. They're not, they fucked this up. That's gotta be part of it. Because, like, yeah. I don't know what to do right now. Isn't it stupid that the stuff just sits there? If I had been allowed to come and go, I could have done it in like little bits. I could have cleaned the apartment in little bits. You kind of set it up so it would be fucked. Look, we need to blame you for this somehow, okay? Like, we have the money and the building and the power, and there's just no way that it doesn't matter how right you are. We have to, like, somehow fuck you for this. You could not fuck me, actually. But you don't. I know. It makes me delusional. Like, what's the chance you go there and they actually just let you live in your room? Like, none, right? There's no way. It's just like, ah, oh, sorry. Here, just live in your fucking box. No, we wanted to make everything worse. We thought you were having a hard time. We wanted to make it so much worse. Yeah, I wish I had spent more time making it cute too. I wish I had spent more time making art with my art supplies. I like that I wasn't so scared of my fucking neighbor that I could take out my fucking garbage. So like this wouldn't be here. Of course, this looks even worse because they knocked all this shit down. Yes, I want my independence. I want my bathroom that I take a shit in. I want to be able to live in my room. I want to be able to make art. I want to be able to dress up. Yeah, to be art. I want my fucking books. I want my internet. I want my music. I never had bad intentions and was never trying to fuck with anybody. I don't know. I think I deserve the life I was trying to fucking like cultivate. What the right? Yeah, you make an appointment, get your and if you even, I need to be able to extend the reservation at the hotel. That's a big like because otherwise you're gonna go get your stuff and have and like right off the bat have nowhere to go with it. Like maybe that's all anybody. Then they have an like oh then she just got jumped. She didn't get it stolen in the building. Then we would be liable for it. If she gets jumped outside and someone steals all of her shit. Then like why don't I hold on to the idea that I'm getting my stuff back? Or like, you're gonna let me in the building and just let me live there? I don't know, because I like it. I feel like, oh yeah, let her think that, because it's gonna be funnier when there's no fucking way we're doing that. Like, yeah, you show up and they wave a check in your face. Look, someone sent us $10,000. Look, you can just stay in there now. Have a nice life, and they leave you the fuck alone. Yeah, that's not that. Oh, I'm so incredibly arrogant because I was not going to go live with my sister who has hurt me and taken advantage of me my whole life and then acts like a victim about it. And then I needed her help, so I can't like be honest about how much she's fucked me over. Like, oh my god. So arrogant. I won't just like let this person act like they own me. Oh man, what a bitch. That's a metaphor where it's like a, it's an allegory about the government and how much like, yeah, you need their help, but they fucking hurt you. Like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if like, dude, that was exactly it the whole time. But like very literally. It's not even a metaphor or whatever. It's like your sister represents the government in a lot of different ways. And your relationship with her is literally like this kind of cruel But, you know, sometimes I need your fucking help or there's no way around it. Like, demented thing. Hmm. Like, they don't really know you, but they know your social security number. They know the names of your friends, but they weren't even there. Like, but they know you, but they don't. Like, there's that aspect. There's the idea that they threw you down the stairs and then spent the rest of their life trying to hide it. Like, kind of feeling. I don't remember this. Yeah, this deranged idea of like poverty, but they've always had more than you ever did. But they were the ones that are like, I remember when they told me that I needed to get napkins from McDonald's instead of helping me get pads. Like they wanted me to, and then they would talk about having bought like leg. They called it leg makeup. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then repackaging the box so they could bring it back to the store. So I think I realized it the hardest. There's a book called Nickeled and Dimed. I learned about it from Democracy Now. And it says like every American had air conditioner, cable, and an Xbox. And it was like that was my sister's life. And I eventually I got an air conditioning heater unit thing. And I mean I can play video games on my computer. I still never had cable unless you want to count the like is the internet some different um 21st century thing. But she like always had that. And yeah, she's poor and stuff, but they would get a new car like every 6 months. Um, when I was a little kid, they found a way around things and to get stuff that brought them more to like a lower middle class level or something. Um, yeah, wanted like you know things, and I'm not faulting her for wanting things. It's just, but like that was a different. I remember her screaming at me that she could have pawned something. She pawned everything else. There's a book by Sherman Alexie called "What You Pawn, I Will Redeem." It's a short story. I'm running out of space. I guess I can just. I saved it all already. Yeah, I'm horrified at the idea that she's actually been stalking around my life thinking she was going to make money from me. And she's mad and has all sorts of weird comebacks and shit to say that don't even fit the situation, like saying that you're arrogant. And at the end of the like she thought she was just going to like make money on you. Yeah, Obama would be like, "Oh man, it's okay. Just don't." There's so much shit I shouldn't have had to deal with. Yeah, and would have been happy to be helpful but not used. If there's a difference. Now what? Kind of want more coffee, but it's midnight. What am I supposed to do tomorrow? I guess I've gotten. It's like I need to make an appointment to get my stuff. I need somebody to give me more money so I know that I'm here like through the weekend and then get the stuff and then bring it here and sort it. And then what? I don't know. At least it would be like packed up and covered in a tarp. My leg, my leg, my foot is swollen. Um, it might take me an hour to walk to the building. Like all these things I have to like factor in. What chance do I have? Like, who am I going to contact tomorrow and they're going to instantly have a, oh, you're going to get your apartment back. We've looked over your case. I hate when they make you feel like somebody is paying so much attention to you that they're practically stalking you, but they're like a commentator. Like they're looking through glass, or it's not even like, well, at least somebody knows what's going on. It's just I already emailed so many people. Emailed so many people. Yeah, just email more people. Something severely malfunctioned. That is such a mean thought. Like, just separate it from myself. Pretend it's just in a movie where somebody like wanted to encourage a person to be hopeful because they wanted to make sure it hurt the most. How stupid they were to like. You thought you'd get your apartment back? You thought we would just like let you live in there? It was just, it's just so funny that you'd be like so delusional. I guess there is a sense, like the idea if you weren't somebody that recorded everything, maybe they could have helped you. They can't have you make a video about how they let you keep your apartment. That's one thing. Like you, what are how the fuck would you get? You can't like just don't say anything, but you're in your apartment. The fuck is that? Like, right then there's the idea of okay, let's say somebody tells you that you could just live there, and then 20 years from now, it changed. Like, and someone's like, "Who the fuck are you? You don't like even have a lease. They just told you you could live here." And then you're a lot older and in more pain, and then get booted. Even that scenario, no matter what the fuck happens, 50, 60, 70 years old, every 10 years, the rest of your life, maybe like somebody comes around and kicks you out of your fucking house, home, dwelling, whatever the fuck you live in. It's wretched. And you just get older. You think stuff hurts now, it's gonna hurt more. You were supposed to be fun or something? Man, that's weird. Right, I now it's like I have one whole day at least for sure. It's midnight. I have one whole solid day. You have a room, you have your laptop, you have your phone, you found the sweet spot where you still get messages. Um, I haven't tried to make a phone call. Um, yeah, is there like an antenna over there or something? Because maybe I could like hotwire the phone. I don't know. Hotwire, like just stick a piece of tinfoil or something like you would with a TV. It just needs like an extended antenna or something. It's like I don't know. It's a lifeline phone, so I would like it if it worked. Well, that's a funny thought. I mean, if somebody fucks with you, they fucked with a lot of like federal program stuff. That would be really dumb unless they thought that was gonna go to shit or something. I don't. Well, yeah, it feels like it would be worse than if you like. Because when I first got the phone, I got a Google Fi thing. It was like $65 a month, and I didn't leave my fucking apartment. That was a really stupid expense. I didn't know better. Um, and then switched to Lifeline when I went broke. But yeah, if they get the idea that if you got ripped off with like other services and stuff, but it's like stealing your food stamps card. Like they'd be fucked. Way different than if they just like stole your food. We thought we were gonna be the government. When, sweetie? Like they when do you think is gonna be the golden moment where you're the government now? And it's not just like they're making sure that eventually they'll put you in prison the rest of your life. When? That's hypothetical conversation. Like and you don't also see how like you fucked over people that had assistance programs. You like killed the disabled, hoping that somehow you defeat the government. And all the rich people got to go to France or something and wait and come back later. Like companies are all over the planet. Yeah, what did you think you like did here? If you destroyed me because you thought I don't know what, like yeah, something about government dependence or something. No, I would not rather be at the mercy of some guy and their basement, and if that guy might find food and share some with me. I want my food stamps card, and I go to the grocery store and I get things to eat. Like, it's still not even enough, but it's not literally like stuck in someone's basement. I could have paid the rent if I had gotten disability assistance last year. I wouldn't even be in this position at all. So again, it's like, did you interrupt something because you didn't want me to just get help? Because the help would have sustained my situation. You have some weird notion about it that like is essentially classism. Oh yeah, I'm exhausted. What's the best way to spend my day? I need help. You could spend at least an hour trying to contact lawyers or something. And yeah, look for pro bono. It just feels like the most good luck, bitch. It's Thursday. They wanted this to suck, and it's going to. Like, you need to focus your, like, you're gonna have to walk to the building. It's going to hurt. It might take an hour. You gotta get inside, probably immediately use the bathroom, and then as quick as you can, like it's fucking supermarket sweep, get things in boxes and boxes in carts, carts into the hallway, and say goodbye. Because like you going in there hoping they'll give you your apartment back is really sad. When the it's just fucking horrifically sad that you'd even hold out hope. Like they're just gonna change their mind when you show up. Like, is it look? They were like waiting in the hallway to see me get like almost like perp walked out of the building, right? Like, between I've emailed them since, and they just repeated the same thing. There was no sense of like remorse. Yeah, it couldn't be more like just doing my job or whatever. Yeah, if there was even a hint of remorse, like I would help you if I could, in a sentence, or like, okay, we'll give you more time than 2 hours. Why the fuck are you giving me 2 hours? They want to bend you till you break. Did I like not real? Like I have not. Are you confusing me with somebody that fucked you over? You must be. Like, and yeah, for some reason, you're never gonna have a real conversation about like you hate my guts. Why? I don't even know you. They thought they took out a fill in the blank. Why do I have to even care about whatever you? Because I'm not something that you should have fucked with. I'm not a bad thing. Here's a list of bad things. I'm not any of those things. So what's the like fucking joke? What's the best way for me to use my time? Visualizing getting this task done. You could, yeah, the fantasy of it's there's like these little sequences in movies. Um, hold on a second. Uh, like um, like the Joker, where they have like a fake happy marriage and a kid, and her hair's in rollers, and like he loves her. Delusional. Um, what? Something about you do these videos and you just, you never get to be yourself like 80% of the time. You're in a stressed position, uh, holding a certain thought process. It's all very like serious and difficult and straining and stressful. And like the part of me that like had whimsy and fun and even, you know, somewhere between there is like sci-fi stories. Um, like I don't get to be part of my own personality. Uh, I'm too stressed out. And then it starts to become like who you are is this like stressed out person. Um, yeah, you have a day to. I haven't been relaxed really since. Yeah, not it's like the difference between leaning on something at the bus stop and actually getting to sit down. And I'm like leaning. Um, yeah, when they take away the, yeah, they put this thing there instead. That this is where I'm at instead of just having like an actual bench. So relaxed. We never wanted to be this incredibly cruel to you or anybody else. So you could stop. I could just have my apartment back. Or now it's become really funny because you're right. It's such a good joke to make you think like you're gonna get your apartment back. It's such a funny joke. It's like I just want it too bad that just. And what am I supposed to do? Show up and it's like you just changed your mind. You're gonna have that security guy that's supposed to. He'll just like step away and not come back to tell me to leave. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't know what to do next. Like, do you would they still expect me to pay rent, or I just live here now? Like, I wouldn't have a clue, and then be scared that they were just gonna like try to fucking arrest me for trespassing or something. Yeah, do I still have an address? Like, should I still try to apply for rent assistance? Like, I would be like, yay, I have my apartment. Wait, but like, what are the rules of like, well, I mean, practically speaking, yeah, I wouldn't know, just shut up and stay in here. But yeah, the second my neighbor sees me, she's gonna call the cops. Like, just what with a smile on her face, like delighted. Yeah, I can imagine her. But that girl, she came back and she's in the unit, and she like. I just was so shocked to hear her spend time talking to other people about me, and wondered how many times has she does this a lot. Oh my god! Like, people don't talk about me, good or bad. Like, it's I don't exist. Like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, it's shocking in a very strange way. Well, yeah, because in some that means you matter to them enough to waste the energy, and that's really weird. Like, yeah, the idea that somebody wants to suck you into hyperspace and you were never heard of again, and how much I don't like that story. That's not supposed to happen. It's clearly, yeah, what 70% of people I had ever had contact with, it's like there's a profile on the internet, they don't respond. They haven't updated for years. It's like they don't exist anymore. Yeah. Yeah, my head's just filling up with nonsense. We were never supposed to relinquish this much control to an outsider. Somebody's like making up stories, imply stuff. Silly. Yeah, you're writing like a Star Trek episode. What should you? Yeah, now it's coming in on 1 o'clock in the morning. You could sleep. That's like blackmail, and it's pre-thought ahead of time. Again, it's like Obama shows up in my mind and it puts like a bubble around me, and it stops people with bad intentions. They're not gonna fucking scam the life out of this kid. I'm not gonna let him. Why is it Obama? I don't. He's the best like lawyer. There's no lawyer that could know what Obama knows, even if they're a really, really smart, good lawyer. He just had information no one else could have ever had. So, like, yeah, the world's best lawyer shows up and just like, because I never had bad intentions and I was never trying to scam anybody. I was never, so yeah, it feels very like I deserve to feel a sense of protection from people like they're there and they're ever acting like they gave a shit about me and they don't, and they've got like deceitful fucking like concepts, and I don't have to. I don't have to deal with this. I do not, and I'm not going to get hurt by your shit. Somebody saw it from 3,000 miles away, and there's no fucking way they're letting you do that to me. They saw the whole train of thought, like, and how it crashed and burned, and they're not going to let you hurt me. I think, yeah, anybody wants to feel that way. Yeah, I do. I feel like I deserve the protection. I would never do that to you. Sleep. Well, when are you gonna schedule to go get your stuff? Like, I don't really want to say it. It's making me nervous. I don't know though either. Like, it seems like you have a couple chances left. Like, you need to get it soon. It really hurts to think of being back there just to get my stuff and not to just like be in my home. Like, they want you to feel that way. They think that they set you up for life so you'll be have a different work ethic. I already had a work ethic. You must think that I am some kind of like person you needed to train to do things, and I was like an above and beyond bitch. Now my body is broken, and you don't care, and I need you to care. Like, if it was really that, I didn't offer to do that, but like, if it was really that easy, I'd ask to work at this hotel. I just physically can't. I could not keep up. I know I can't. I'm going to be in the way, and people are going to be mad, and I don't want to deal with that either. Like, they're going to think I do a bad job. I can't keep my body up that long. I need some accommodation. I physically can't do it. And I know exactly what it took to do I worked at a hotel in Hershey. I've also been a janitor in other situations, but like specifically hotels. I was dripping sweat then when I worked at that hotel. It was, and I felt like I was holding people back, and I that cost them money, and I can't. Or yeah, just like, and that's even, you know, the whole COVID situation and trying to stay isolated and all of this other, throwing it out the window. Like, too bad, so sad. No one cares if you're gonna die, and but like you need money. Yeah, even just like something enough to pay for the room. So they just like let me stay in the room and I clean something. But I can't. It's not a matter of like willpower. And I need someone to give a shit that I can't and not look down on me. Yeah, I'd go walk into the dispensary and ask for a job. I can't. And what could have been more like, I actually want to do that. That was like my a chosen situation that like I loved being a bud tender. I felt like I was medically helping people. Obviously, I got to be around weed. It was fucking awesome. I also you had to stand there. You weren't allowed to sit. The idea you'd have to get so disabled that you're in a wheelchair to get what you need, like, and then apply for. And also, like, once again, I mean, maybe you should have gone and gotten vaccinated. I can't be sick. Like, you get sick from the vaccine. Yeah, somebody pay my hotel for 3 months and I'll go get vaccinated and then be sick for 2 weeks. Like, yeah, you could get sick from all sorts of shit because you've been, like, if COVID had never happened and you had been isolated for 5 years, it'd be a situation with just regular stuff. And that, again, the feeling like no one could care less is infuriating. I needed my disability to get accepted. And then you'd get your fucking money. Yeah, I want to, like, who do I have to, like, as if you're like, who are you asking when you ask for disability? The government? You just spent $496 million on beating up civilians and making them disabled. I spend my childhood cleaning. I have done all the hoops. I was like, whatever somebody's idea of like a good kid, which I don't want to create that dynamic as if people don't deserve shit because they got in trouble, but like, it's like, come at me, bro, and you won't fucking like choke up what whatever the fuck it was supposed to be. So, and I could have paid my rent. I'm not gonna go buy a yacht. We want to do this fascist thing. We think we can get you angry about it because obviously it's wrong to say we don't care. Move, ableist, classist, psychopath. Like, yeah, maybe genocidal maniac is more specific than psychopath. And but it must take a level of psychopathy for you to not care that much. Um, there was no sense of scarcity. There was plenty of money. They prove it every time. They say stuff like they spent $496 million. It's gonna be a billion. Is that fucking? That's like one article of proof, and it's like very common knowledge that they spend so much money on military stuff. And then, I mean, how much more damned could you be? Like, you have to trade the idea that you kill somebody for a sense of social security. Then, because like I didn't join the military. What's causing homelessness? Oh, I wonder. Like I mean, at the end of the day, it was the cop that showed up at my door. Because if they just chose not to, it wouldn't have happened. And that's a weird idea, but they could have played, you know, a very different song. Yeah, something about refusing corrupt orders and there it is. And if you had decided that it was a corrupt order to remove somebody from their home, especially when they had nowhere else to go, especially in this particular situation. That lady looks familiar. I don't know why. Yeah, it's also No, you have to write a really complex essay about why your sister's so abusive for us to believe you that you didn't have somewhere else to go. No, I don't. Like, look, and somebody spent years trying to win people's hearts and minds while you were stuck in your room. So good luck. Yeah, would love to figure out exactly what their common denominator is, because that's probably like weird as shit. I scrubbed toilets. I got good grades. I went to college. I made sure I finished. I was the one that did these things. Like, and then I have paid back. I bought them $2,500 worth of stuff. It's more money than they've ever spent on me. So, I mean, you're more than even if you wanted to think of it of some notion that they had like footed a bill. I mean, yes, thank you when I didn't have anything, but I paid you back. And I mean, you got all the shit from my dad's. I definitely don't owe you anything. And it should have just been like, thank you for helping me. And not like, oh, now you feel owed again. Right, that metaphor about the government. Did we somehow help put you in a really shitty position and now you need like a loan or a credit card or something? Here, let it. Now you owe us. Yeah, I can't. I can't even. Like, I feel like I should just try to sleep a little bit. That also processes the mind. How you're supposed to spend the next day. I am hoping somebody comes through that says that they were going to get paid and that they were going to send me funds. And then if that happens, there's like a deal I just found out about. So I might be able to get like a slightly discounted rate. And then if I can get the room longer, set up for sure, go get the stuff, bring it here, sort it. Right. And have already, and not going to show up at the building. And then they say, you know what? We're just going to let you live in your room. I mean, can I, and well, that would be a weird irony. And you would have had like a couple $100, but you made sure that you had the room for, you know what, actually, yeah, that's true. You need to like just make sure you have the money, but wait till you have the stuff to extend the stay. Because if you extend the stay and somehow don't get the stuff, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. I mean, probably going to extend the stay anyway, but like, yeah, that a scenario just went through my head that isn't great. What was I supposed to ever say? And it would have changed your mind. It would have made you like let me live in my room. The idea they put you through this to see just how much money you could scrounge together. Some people might have taken off immediately and never come back. They wanted to see what the fuck you would do. You don't think that's terrifying? Like, Like somebody, the thought of that's some like fucked up Beauty and the Beast shit, and they just wanted to make sure you weren't gonna leave before they invested in you more or something. Oh my god. Like, is the test over yet? Can it just be like, can you stop testing me now? Oh, I said I wanted to stay. I've been fighting to stay. I have spoken essays about what I liked about Portland and what Portland was supposed to represent. It's not even like I haven't. No, do you? And I mean, what am I to you? I would like to go to a dispensary at some point in the future. But like, yeah, I mean, I kind of missed CC Slaughters, but I don't really like. Yeah, the one bar where they said I could charge stuff and use the bathroom was very kind. Like it was nice, but like if I got my apartment back, would I suddenly start going out to bars and stuff? No, man. Or concerts or like fun shit that I used to do before 2020 feels terrifying. Um, I want to fix my room up. I want to make art. I want to like use the stuff that I bought that I haven't even gotten to fucking use that much. Like, I want to be able to take my trash out. Do I want to get dolled up and go out and um, just exist? What, like to the library or yeah, to the place that that matches the most? I think is like CC Slaughters. I didn't go to Dante's that much, but maybe like, but I went to CC's a few times. But I don't see myself like alone, dressed up, like what sit in a booth because I can't stand yet. It's loud. I'm not really drinking. I would feel way more comfortable drinking than I did. If I don't have somewhere to sleep that night, I'm not drinking. Fuck no. I'm not going to be drunk around somebody in the middle of the night outside or it's like I have a place I can go sleep. Then I can be ever drunk again. I don't and it wasn't really like I want cannabis. I don't like I physically would prefer cannabis anyway. So yeah, not super into the idea of being like super vulnerable um, around strangers or with nowhere to sleep that night. That seems like a really bad idea, scary bad idea. Um, so yeah, I'd have to have my apartment back and build myself up to it. Um, the outfits were also like for my own thing. Like I was supposed, yeah, like ContraPoints. Like I was supposed to get dressed up and do essays. this is a perfect example. Yeah. That was the idea. So, yeah, do my own little rock concert in my room alone. Like, well, I really need to be able to do like a bunch of laundry. I need to be able to clean out some stuff. Like, that's going to take a lot of time. Um, she should have just let us what? Mean shit. Um, I don't understand why anybody's upset by. It's what? What am I? What's different to you if I was like, oh, I'm just so excited to like go out to stuff and be like how it was before. You're like upset that like I wanted to just dress up and be safe and yeah, less variables, better. Um, the idea, well, honey, we make money by getting people to go out, and you're like literally, and it's like, why did that have anything to do with my low income apartment? About how you make your money owning stuff that people think is fun. Why isn't it enough that I would want to try to work in a dispensary if I can get myself up to it, like physically, socially, medically? Yeah, I don't know how much I'm kidding myself that you're gonna like just get over shit enough to not be. You're in a hotel right now. Yeah, because like I have to be. I would not be in here if you hadn't made me. It's nice and everything. In some ways, I'm like, it's nice to have fresh air. Everything is clean. Um, yeah, definitely feels like fresh air compared. But you know, I wouldn't have left. I would be waiting for assistance programs, applying for stuff. I think, yeah, having FOMO, like I see the world that I'm missing out on. I don't know what to do about that. It's not a matter of willpower. It's like I'm damaged and you just can't. It's too much. That's really, you're a talking dog. According to who? What a jerk. Yeah, that should make you suspicious. Like, what would someone get out of having you go out? Like, they change some story or something that's in their own head. They get you to meet people, and then that does something for them. Why? It's like you're mad that I was independent. Yeah, I don't have time for that. You're mad that I was independent shit. Like, oh my god. Yeah, it's easy. There's so many ways to dress up. I'm really tired. I'm scared of like the luxury of being really tired. And hey, it's on. They're feuding. Oh no, they're not. Come on, that's ridiculous. Hey, let's have a fake fight because we definitely are both really smart and would be friends. Like, there's also the idea of somebody needed to make an article about something and they practically made up a fight. What did? How is this about ContraPoints? Okay. Mhm. How in the fuck did it go from it's a genocide period to they think that she's apologizing for genocide? How? You'd have to watch it. Not right now. I've spent 5 years following the news hardcore, more than I've ever in my life. And you always get the response feeling of like, you would have died and no one would have noticed. Okay? So, like, care, but remember, like, this is, yeah, I wanted solidarity. I wanted intersectional solidarity. I wanted to perpetuate that concept. I didn't want to create like a Laura's show. I wanted to show parallels. That's funny if you think about it. Um, well, Portland, Palestine. You had a voting bloc of dissidents. They got their ass kicked. They seem to be missing. The strategy seems to be to build up. Palestine. You had a block of dissidents. They got their asses kicked. They seem to be missing. And the next step is to build up some like golden new city thing. That's the parallel. Like, and it's just like the whole world could have been saved at the same time. I think I'm gonna cut short there. I'm starting to get a headache. And, well, and it's, yeah, I feel like my own time is kind of running out. It is intersectional solidarity, universal human rights. They had it 77 years ago, put onto paper. They just didn't enforce it. All things considered. Yeah. And then we retreat a little bit back into I gotta figure out how I'm getting my stuff and where I'm gonna be and if it's gonna be raining, and hope no one fucks with me. So I'm just gonna sleep for a couple hours and then try again. It's 1:23 at 4 in the morning, 29th of January, 2026.